"Don't kill me, human. Spare my life, and I'll be yours forever," breathed the alien woman. The night was silent. The ruins of the battlefield stretched for miles, broken ships and shattered weapons lying under the pale light of a dying moon. Smoke still rose from the ground, carrying the smell of fire, blood, and metal. The war between humans and aliens had left nothing but ashes behind. A lone human soldier walked carefully among the ruins. His boots crunched against the blackened soil, and every step echoed in the emptiness. He held his rifle close to his chest, his eyes sharp, scanning left and right. His name did not matter now. On this deserted land, he was simply a survivor. Before the story goes deeper, let me gently remind you. If you enjoy HFY and sci-fi tales, please subscribe to this channel. It helps us bring more stories for you, and we promise to keep you entertained with suspense and mystery. The soldier stopped suddenly. Something had moved in the shadows. His hand tightened on the trigger, and his heart raced. The silence broke with a faint whisper, soft, trembling, but clear. "Don't kill me. Human." He froze. The voice was not human, yet it spoke his language. Slow and heavy breaths followed, as if the speaker was wounded or near death. The soldier raised his rifle, pointing it toward the direction of the sound. Out from the broken stones, a figure emerged. It was a woman, tall, slender, but not like any woman he had ever seen. Her skin glowed faintly in the moonlight, pale silver with soft markings that pulsed like tiny stars. Her eyes were large, deep, and strangely beautiful, shining with fear. She stumbled, clutching her side, and dropped to her knees. The soldier aimed his rifle at her chest. His training screamed at him, "Alien, enemy, shoot." But she did not reach for a weapon. Her hands were empty. She looked at him, her voice breaking Lita. "Key a fragile flame in the wind. Spare my life, please." The soldier's jaw tightened. He had seen tricks before. Aliens pretending to be weak, only to strike when trust was given. Yet something in her eyes held him. It was not hatred. It was not rage. It was desperation. The woman pressed her palm against the ground, trembling. She whispered again, softer this time, her words almost a promise. "If you let me live, I'll be yours forever." The soldier narrowed his eyes. Her voice was gentle, but carried weight. Each word pulled at his thoughts, shaking the steel walls of his heart. He stepped closer, keeping his weapon steady. "Why should I trust you?" he demanded. His voice was harsh, echoing through the ruins. Her head bowed low, silver hair falling across her face. Blood trickled from her side, glowing faintly like liquid light. She was injured, maybe dying. She raised her gaze once more, and in her eyes burned something more powerful than fear. "Because," she breathed, "I have no weapon, no army. Only my life, and now it belongs to you." The soldier's finger trembled on the trigger. The battlefield around him seemed to grow quieter, as if the night itself waited for his choice. His mind replayed the faces of fallen comrades, the orders of commanders, the cries of war: kill the enemy, show no mercy, end the threat. But this woman was not fighting, she was begging. For a moment, time felt frozen. The wind slowed, the flames crackled faintly in the distance. The moon shone down upon them both. One human survivor, one alien woman, bound by a single fragile moment. His breath was heavy, his weapon was steady, but his heart was not. Her lips trembled as she whispered once more, her voice like a soft echo of stars fading into night. "Don't kill me, human. Spare my life, and I'll be yours forever." The soldier hesitated. His hands shook. He had never faced such a choice before. Behind her, shadows shifted. The ruins groaned in the wind, but he felt as if someone else was watching. His instincts screamed danger, yet his eyes could not leave hers. The alien woman's body swayed, weak from blood loss. Still, she lifted her hand slowly, not in attack but in surrender. Her palm faced him, open, empty. I trust you, even if you do not trust me. Her words hung in the air like a blade, sharp and dangerous. The soldier's heart pounded. He had 1 second to decide, pull the trigger and end her life, or lower the weapon and let fate change everything. The ruins around them were silent again. Only the sound of his breathing, her breathing, and the endless weight of choice filled the night. The soldier took a step forward. His shadow fell across her. His finger rested against the trigger. The alien woman's eyes widened, glowing with hope and fear at the same time. And then he lowered his rifle. The silence cracked with the sound of his decision. The alien woman gasped softly, a mixture of relief and disbelief. She pressed her hand tighter against her wound and whispered again, almost too weak to hear. Forever. Yours. The soldier stood over her, his weapon still in his hands, but his heart heavy with doubt. He did not know if he had just saved an innocent life or invited doom upon his own. The night grew darker, the shadows deepened, and somewhere, far away, something moved. The encounter had begun. The soldier's weapon hung loosely at his side, but his eyes stayed sharp. The alien woman knelt in front of him, her silver skin glowing faintly under the moonlight. She pressed her palm to her wound, and her breathing came in shallow bursts. Silence stretched between them. It was not the silence of peace, but of heavy, dangerous waiting. The soldier finally spoke, his voice cold. Why should I let you live? You are the enemy. My orders are clear. The woman lifted her gaze, her glowing eyes locking onto his. There was no hatred there, only raw fear. Her voice trembled, yet she spoke with surprising strength. If I were your enemy, you would already be dead. The soldier frowned. His finger twitched against the grip of his rifle. He wanted to believe her, but trust was a dangerous thing in war. She coughed, blood staining her lips with a faint silver shine. Still, she forced herself to speak. I could have screamed for my people. I could have called them here, but I didn't. I don't want to fight anymore. I only want to live. Her words crawled under his skin. The battlefield had taken many lives, both human and alien, but rarely had he seen one beg to live instead of to fight. Do you think I'm a fool? He muttered, stepping closer. Your kind lies. You trick. You kill. The woman shook her head weakly. Her silver hair fell across her face as she whispered, I am not like the others. My people, they betrayed me too. The soldier narrowed his eyes. Betrayed you? How? She hesitated, looking around nervously, as though shadows themselves carried ears. Then, with a broken whisper, she said, They sent me here to die. The soldier's chest tightened. He studied her carefully. Her wounds looked real. Her fear looked real, but was her story real? She tried to stand, stumbling as her legs gave out beneath her. The soldier instinctively reached forward, catching her before she collapsed onto the ground. For a moment, her body leaned against his. She was cold, trembling, fragile. Why? Are you helping me? She asked softly, her head tilted upward. His jaw clenched. I don't know. She closed her eyes for a moment, her voice a fragile breath. Because you are human. The soldier eased her back down against the wall of a broken structure. He kept his rifle ready, always ready, but something inside him twisted. The battlefield had made him hard, but here, with her, cracks were forming in the steel of his heart. The woman opened her eyes again. They shimmered with tears, reflecting the dim moonlight. Her voice broke as she whispered, If you kill me now, I will be forgotten. Just another body among thousands. But if you spare me, human, I will belong to you. I will give you everything I have left." The soldier's heart pounded. Her words were strange, heavy, almost like a vow. He had never heard an alien speak this way. "What do you mean?" "Everything," he asked. Her trembling hand rose slowly, hesitating in the air before resting lightly against his arm. Her touch was cold, but soft. "My life, my loyalty, my secrets, even my body, all of me. If you let me live." He froze. The weight of her words pressed on him like a shadow. His mind screamed, "This is a trap. Don't trust her." But his heart whispered, "What if it isn't?" The woman's breaths grew weaker. She pressed her forehead against the wall, whispering to herself in her own alien tongue. The words were soft, melodic, but filled with sorrow. The soldier tightened his grip on his weapon. He scanned the area again. The ruins were dark, but danger was never far. If scouts or drones found them here, both would die. Her voice broke his thoughts. "They are hunting me, both your people and mine. If they find me, if they see me with you, they will kill us both." The soldier turned sharply toward her. "Then why come to me? Why risk it?" She lifted her head, her eyes glowing faintly like stars drowning in tears. Her answer was simple. "Because I saw you. You fought with honor. You killed, but not with joy. I knew. You were different." His chest grew heavy. The war had taken so much from him. Friends, family, his home. But now, this alien woman was calling him different. Special. For the first time in years, he didn't know what to say. The woman leaned forward suddenly, gripping his hand with surprising strength. "Please," she begged, her voice shaking. "Don't let me die here. Don't leave me to be nothing. I will serve you. I will follow you. Only let me live." Her eyes locked onto his, wide and desperate. The soldier's breath caught. He could feel the sincerity in her grip. Or was it another performance, crafted to break him? He tried to pull his hand away, but her grip tightened, trembling but firm. "I am yours, human, forever, if you will take me. Only, don't pull the trigger." His heart raced. The air felt thick, heavy, suffocating. A distant sound shattered the moment. A low hum echoed in the ruins, the sound of scanners sweeping the battlefield. Patrols were near. The woman's face went pale. She looked at him with terror. "They are coming. If they find me, they will kill me. And if they see you with me, they will kill you too." The soldier cursed under his breath. He knew she was right. The sound was growing louder, closer. Her grip on his hand loosened. She slumped against the wall, her strength failing. Still she whispered with the last of her breath, "Please, human, I gave you my life. Now, give me yours." The soldier's pulse thundered in his ears. He knew he had seconds to choose. Leave her and survive, or keep her close, and risk everything. The shadows of patrol lights began to glow faintly in the distance. The soldier raised his weapon, his body trembling, his mind at war with his heart. The alien woman closed her eyes, whispering one final time, "Spare me, and I'll be yours forever." The sound of footsteps echoed through the ruins. The hunter and the hunted were now only moments away. The soldier's decision would change everything. The ruins trembled with distant echoes. The faint glow of patrol lights danced against the broken walls. The soldier's breath was heavy, his finger tight against the trigger. Every instinct told him to run, to leave her behind, to save his own life. But her words clung to his mind like chains. "Spare me, and I'll be yours forever." The alien woman leaned against the wall, her silver skin pale from blood loss. Her glowing eyes never left him, filled with the fear and hope. The soldier cursed under his breath. He dropped to one knee and pressed his hand against her wound. She gasped, trembling under his touch. "Stay quiet," he hissed. "If they hear you, we're both dead." Her lips parted, her voice weak but soft. Then, "You've chosen. You will not leave me?" His jaw tightened. "I haven't chosen anything yet. I just don't want to die tonight." Still, he tore a strip of cloth from his uniform and pressed it firmly against her side. She winced, clutching his arm, but whispered, "Thank you." The sound of footsteps grew closer. The soldier dragged her into the shadows of a collapsed structure. He crouched low, holding his rifle ready. The alien woman leaned against him, her breath shallow, her warmth strange but real against his shoulder. Through the cracks in the broken wall, patrol drones glided past. Their red eyes scanned the ground, searching for life. The soldier held his breath. The woman did too. He could feel her trembling, every shiver echoing against his chest. The drone paused. Its beam of light swept across the ruins, lingering dangerously close. The soldier gripped his weapon tighter, sweat sliding down his temple. If the drone came any closer, he would have to fire, and firing would mean death for both of them. The alien woman's hand slid over his, pressing his rifle down. Her lips brushed near his ear as she whispered, "Wait. Don't shoot." Her voice was like silk, low and certain. Against his better judgment, he obeyed. The drone's light shifted away. Slowly, it floated onward, its hum fading into the distance. The soldier exhaled, his chest burning from holding his breath. "You would have killed us both," she whispered, her glowing eyes fixed on him. His glare was sharp. "And you think your way is better? Trusting luck?" She shook her head faintly. "Not luck. Trusting me." The soldier turned away, scanning the shadows. More patrols were moving nearby. He could hear their voices, alien soldiers, speaking in a language he only half understood. The woman shivered at you. "Against him." "They are hunting me," she whispered. "If they find me, they will tear me apart. They believe I betrayed them." He frowned. "And did you?" Her lips curved in a faint, bitter smile. "Perhaps. But betrayal is only seen from one side. I wanted peace. They wanted blood. I chose wrong." The soldier studied her for a long moment. She was dangerous, perhaps even more dangerous than she admitted. But she was also alone, broken, desperate. And now, she was his responsibility. He grabbed her arm suddenly. "We move, now." She blinked at him, her voice weak. "I can't walk far." "Then you crawl," he snapped, pulling her up. "If you stay here, you die, and I'm not dragging a corpse." Her body swayed, weak, but she forced herself onto her feet. She leaned heavily on him, her silver hair falling across his shoulder. Every step was slow, but together they moved deeper into the ruins. Behind them, alien voices echoed louder. The woman clung to him, her whisper trembling. "Why are you helping me, human? You could leave me. You should leave me." His jaw clenched. "Maybe I'm a fool. Maybe I just don't like leaving someone to die when I could have stopped it." She smiled faintly, though her pain was clear. "Then you are not like the others. That is why I chose you." He stopped suddenly, staring at her. "Chose me?" Her glowing eyes met his, steady despite her weakness. "Yes. From the moment I saw you fight, I knew. You kill only because you must, not because you want to. That makes you different. That makes you human." The soldier's chest tightened. Her words cut deeper than she knew. But before he could reply, a sharp sound cracked through the night, a flare lighting the sky. Patrols were closing in fast. The woman gasped. "They've marked this area. They know someone is alive here." The soldier pulled her behind a wall, his rifle ready. He scanned the shadows. his heart pounding. "Listen to me," he whispered sharply. "If you betray me, if you so much as breathe wrong, I will kill you myself." Her gaze softened, almost sad. "I already gave you my life. It belongs to you now. If you kill me, it will only be because you chose to." The soldier's stomach twisted. He hated her words. He hated how they made him hesitate. The voices grew louder. Shapes moved in the distance, armed soldiers scanning the ruins. The woman leaned closer, her lips brushing his ear again. "There is a tunnel under these ruins. I saw it before. It leads away from here." He turned sharply to her. "And I'm supposed to believe you?" Her faint smile returned. "If I wanted you dead, I would not have told you. Trust me, human, just once." The soldier's heart pounded. He glanced at the incoming patrol, then at her pale, trembling form. One path was certain death, the other uncertain, dangerous, but possible. He cursed under his breath. "Show me the tunnel." Her glowing eyes widened with relief. She leaned heavily on him as they moved together, creeping silently through the ruins. Behind them, the patrol swept the ground. Their scanners glowed red, their weapons ready. But the soldier and the alien woman slipped into the shadows, toward the unknown tunnel. Every step echoed with suspicion, danger, and something else, something he refused to name. The uneasy alliance had begun. The soldier's boots hit the cracked stone softly, every step measured, every breath controlled. The alien woman leaned on him, her body trembling, her strength fading. Together, they moved deeper into the ruins, following her whispered directions. Behind them, voices grew louder. The alien patrols were sweeping closer, their scanners glowing red as they cut through the night. "Faster," the soldier hissed, tightening his grip on her arm. I'm trying," she whispered back, her voice weak but urgent. "The tunnel is near. Just a little more." The soldier's eyes scanned the rubble. Broken walls rose like jagged teeth, shadows stretched long, and the air carried the hum of machines. He knew one mistake, one sound, would bring death. A faint light flickered above as a drone passed overhead. Its mechanical hum crawled across his nerves. He froze, pulling her down with him behind a collapsed wall. The drone's red eye swept across the ground, pausing only a few steps away. The soldier held his breath. The alien woman pressed against him, her body trembling. He could feel the rhythm of her heart, fast, uneven, terrified. "Don't move," he mouthed silently. The drone's light hovered, scanning, searching. The silence stretched like a blade against his throat. Then, at last, the drone drifted away, its hum fading into the distance. The soldier exhaled slowly, his pulse racing. He looked at her, whispering sharply, "You make one sound like that again, and I'll leave you here." Her glowing eyes met his. "If you leave me, you die too." His jaw clenched. She wasn't wrong. They moved again, slower now, slipping between broken beams and collapsed stone. The ruins felt alive, every creak and shift of rubble a warning of death. Then, the sound of boots, heavy, deliberate, approaching. The soldier pushed her down behind a slab of metal. He raised his rifle, peering through a crack. 3 alien soldiers moved cautiously, weapons ready, their eyes glowing faintly in the dark. The woman pressed her lips close to his ear, her breath warm. "If they see us, don't shoot. They'll call more." His grip tightened on his weapon. "And if they shoot first?" Her whisper was calm, almost certain. "Then you kill them before they scream." The soldier's finger rested on the trigger. The aliens drew closer, scanning the shadows. One stepped dangerously near their hiding place, his weapon sweeping left and right. The soldier steadied his breath, his eyes sharp. But then a sound cracked in the distance, an explosion, faint but enough. The aliens turned sharp, lie, barking commands in their tongue, and hurried toward it. The soldier waited until their shadows disappeared, then pulled the woman to her feet, though her lips trembled. Close, but not the end. They pressed onward, deeper into the ruins. The air grew colder, heavier, filled with dust. Finally the woman stopped, pointing toward a collapsed structure. There, beneath that wall, the tunnel. The soldier scanned it. A jagged opening gaped at the base of the ruin, half covered with debris. Darkness yawned beyond it. He frowned. "You expect me to crawl into that?" "It's the only way," she whispered. "Above ground. They will find us." He cursed softly, then crouched, testing the opening. It was narrow, but passable. He shoved rubble aside, clearing a path. "Go," he ordered. The woman hesitated. Her glowing eyes searched his face. "If I go first, will you follow?" His glare was sharp. "Don't test me." She gave a faint, sad smile and crawled inside. Her silver hair shimmered in the darkness before vanishing. The soldier took one last look at the night, then followed. The tunnel was narrow, damp, and suffocating. The soldier crawled behind her, his rifle strapped tight against his back. Dust filled the air, choking him with every breath. The alien woman's voice drifted back softly. "Keep low. The tunnel bends. Stay close." He gritted his teeth, moving forward. The sound of their crawling echoed in the tight space. Every scrape of his boots, every brush of her hands against stone, felt like thunder in the silence. Then, a sound behind them. The soldier froze. A faint mechanical hum echoed down the tunnel. His heart pounded. The aliens had found the tunnel. "Move," he whispered harshly. "Faster." The woman struggled forward, her body weak, but the fear in her eyes gave her strength. They crawled faster, the tunnel pressing tighter, the air growing heavier. The hum grew louder. Red light flickered behind them. The soldier twisted, pulling his rifle free. He aimed down the tunnel's darkness, his breath steady. A drone appeared, its red eye glowing like fire in the shadows. "Keep moving," he barked. The woman crawled faster, her silver skin glowing faintly in the dark. The soldier fired. The shot cracked through the tunnel, the bullet striking the drone's eye. Sparks exploded, and the tunnel shook. Dust rained from above. Rocks shifted. The tunnel groaned. The woman screamed softly, "You'll bring it down!" But the soldier didn't stop. He fired again, shattering the drone into pieces. The wreckage burned faintly, filling the tunnel with smoke. "Move!" he shouted, dragging her forward. The tunnel shook again, stones falling around them. The air grew thick, choking. They crawled, pushed, fought forward through the collapsing passage. Finally, they burst out into open space. The soldier rolled onto the ground, gasping for air. The alien woman collapsed beside him, coughing, her body shaking. They were inside a massive underground chamber. Broken machinery lined the walls, old and forgotten. Dim blue light glowed from strange crystals embedded in the rock. The soldier pushed himself up, scanning the chamber. No patrols, no drones, for now they were safe. The woman's voice broke the silence, weak but steady. "You saved me again." He glared at her. "Don't thank me. If you hadn't led me into that tunnel, I wouldn't be choking on dust right now." Her faint smile returned. "Yet, you followed me." He looked away, his jaw tight. She was right. He had followed. Against his better judgment, against every order burned into him, he had followed. The woman touched his arm gently. "We are bound now, human. Not by choice, but by survival." His eyes met hers. For a moment he said nothing. Then he whispered, almost to himself, "An uneasy alliance." She nodded slowly. But even uneasy alliances can become something more. The soldier pulled his weapon close, scanning the chamber again. He knew this was only the beginning. The chase was not over. It had only just begun. The underground chamber was vast and cold. The broken machines lining the walls looked older than the war itself. Strange blue crystals pulsed faintly in the stone, giving the space an eerie glow. Dust still drifted from the tunnel behind them, and the silence felt heavy, like the weight of a tomb. The soldier stood first, rifle raised, scanning every shadow. His lungs still burned from the dust, his muscles tight from the chase. He moved carefully, always alert, while the alien woman sat against the wall, clutching her wound. She watched him quietly, her glowing eyes following every step he took. Finally, her voice broke the silence. "You could have left me, in the tunnel, when the drone came, when the rocks fell. You could have escaped alone." His head snapped toward her, his glare sharp. "Don't mistake this for kindness. I'm not saving you. I'm surviving, and right now, you're tied to that survival." Her lips curved faintly, not quite a smile, not quite sadness. "Then, survival binds us both." He ignored her words and moved toward one of the broken machines. It was rusted, covered in alien markings, its wires torn and lifeless. He studied it, but his focus was not on technology, it was on distraction. He didn't want to think about her voice, or her eyes, or her promise. "Spare me, and I'll be yours forever." But her silence did not last. "Human," she whispered softly, "do you know why my people fight your kind?" The soldier froze, his back still turned. His voice came cold. "Because you want us dead. Because your kind sees us as weak. That's all I need to know." Her reply came slowly, painfully, as though each word cost her breath. "No, that's only what you've been told." He turned sharply, rifle raised again. His eyes burned into hers. "Speak carefully, alien. Lies won't save you." But her gaze did not flinch. Her voice was steady, low, and dangerous in its honesty. "My people wanted peace with yours long ago, but leaders chose war instead. They said humans could not be trusted, that humans only wanted to conquer, that humans only wanted to burn." The soldier's chest tightened. His memories came rushing back, the destruction of cities, the endless battles, the screams of dying comrades. "And what do you call this?" he snapped, his voice harsh. "Peace? I've buried too many friends to believe that." Her eyes glowed brighter, shimmering with tears. "Do you think I wanted this? Do you think I chose this war? I was born into it, same as you. I was trained to fight, to kill, to see humans as monsters. But when I fought, when I saw you fight, I knew the truth." He glared at her, suspicion thick in his voice. "And what truth is that?" Her voice cracked, but she forced the words out. "That you are not monsters, that you bleed, that you break, that you fear, just like us. My people lied to me, the same way your commanders lied to you." The soldier's grip on his weapon trembled. Her words cut deeper than bullets. For years, he had told himself the same story, that aliens were enemies, that killing them was survival. But now, here she was, whispering the same doubts he buried inside himself. He shook his head violently, as if to drive her words out. "Stop! Stop talking!" But she didn't. Her voice grew stronger, more urgent. "They betrayed me, human. When I spoke of peace, they called me a traitor. When I refused to kill the innocent, they marked me for death. That is why I was left on the battlefield, not as a warrior, but as a sacrifice." His chest pounded, his thoughts screamed. "You expect me to believe that? That you're some kind of rebel?" Her eyes locked onto his. They glistened with fire and sorrow. "Not a rebel, a survivor, like you." The silence stretched. He wanted to scream, to call her a liar, to pull the trigger and end her story, but he couldn't, because deep inside, her words rang with something he could not deny. Truth. The soldier turned away, pacing, his breath heavy. His rifle stayed in his hands, but his finger left the trigger. He felt trapped, not by walls, not by patrols, but by the weight of her words. Behind him, her whisper came again, softer now. "Do you know why I begged you? Why I said I would be yours forever?" His jaw clenched. He refused to turn, but his voice came sharp. "Because you're desperate. Because you'll say anything to live." Her reply was gentle, yet it cut him deeper than any blade. "No, because I saw something in you, something worth living for." The soldier's heart thudded painfully. He turned slowly, his eyes locking onto hers again. Her face was pale, weak from blood loss, yet her eyes glowed with a strange strength. "I gave you my life," she whispered, "not out of fear, but because I believe you are the only one who can change this war. For me, for your people, for mine." His stomach twisted. He hated her words. He hated the way they made his doubts grow. But before he could answer, a sound shattered the silence. A low, distant rumble. The soldier raised his rifle instantly, scanning the chamber. The walls vibrated, dust fell from above. The machines groaned, as though something massive was stirring. The alien woman's eyes widened in fear. "They found us," she breathed. The soldier cursed, dragging her to her feet. "Move, now!" But she clutched his arm, her grip weak but fierce. Her eyes blazed with desperation. "Listen to me first. There's something you must know." "Not now," he barked, pulling her toward the far wall. Her voice rose, trembling with urgency. "If you don't hear this, you will die." He froze. His breath burned. Her lips parted, and with all the strength she had left, she whispered her final words before the chamber shook again. "My people, they are not only hunting me, they are hunting you, and if they catch us together, the war will change forever." The soldiers be. Lude turned to ice. His heart thundered in his chest. And then, the wall behind them cracked open with a roar, blinding light flooding the chamber. The truth had been spoken, but survival was no longer certain. The wall split with a thunderclap. White light slammed into the chamber like a flood. Dust and crystal shards flew through the air. The soldier threw his arm around the alien woman and pulled her behind a fallen machine. The impact shook the ground beneath them. Boots hit stone. A squad stepped through the breach, sleek armored figures with glowing visors and curved rifles. Their voices came low and sharp in an alien tongue. A search drone drifted past them, its red eye sweeping the chamber. The soldier raised his weapon, breath slow, eyes narrow. One wrong move, and this was over. The alien woman clutched his sleeve, her voice a bare whisper. "Don't shoot first. Let them commit. If you fire now, more will come." He didn't answer. His finger hovered over the trigger. He didn't trust them. He wasn't sure he trusted her, but he trusted his aim. A commander stepped forward. Taller armor, brighter crest. He spoke in the soldier's language, clear, cold, final. "Human, surrender the traitor. Leave now, and you live." The soldier peered over the twisted machine. "Why do you want her?" The commander's visor turned. "She carries codes, protocols, proof of betrayal. She must be erased." The woman's breath caught. "He lies. They want something inside my blood." The commander lifted 2 fingers. The squad spread, flanking the chamber. The soldier hissed, "Move with me," and slid to the next cover. She followed, low and careful, but her body was weak. Blood pulsed under the makeshift bandage. She gritted her teeth and kept going. A drone's red beam sliced across the floor, creeping toward their hiding place. "Down," the soldier mouthed. They dropped flat. The beam crawled over the broken machine above them, paused, then moved on. The commander's voice echoed, "Do not test us, human. You are alone. She is dying. Surrender." The soldier looked at her. She looked back. Her eyes were bright with fear, but her voice was steady. "If you hand me over, they will kill you anyway. You know this." He did know. He felt it in his bones. He breathed once, slow. Then he raised his weapon and fired. The first shot shattered the drone. Sparks burst, light died, alarms whined. The chamber leaped to life. Shouts, muzzle flashes, streaks of energy smashing against stone. The soldier rolled, fired twice, moved again. He kept the woman behind cover, guiding her with firm, fast motions. A bolt slammed the ground near her hand. She let out a gasp, but didn't scream. She crawled, eyes locked on his boots, trusting his steps. "Left," she snapped, pointing. He pivoted. A flanker inched along the wall, rifle rising. The soldier shot first, clean and brutal. The armored body crashed into cables and went still. The commander's voice sharpened. "Take the human alive. Kill the traitor." 3 rifles swung toward her. She didn't run. She stood. Silver light rippled through the thin lines under her skin. She raised her hands, not in surrender, something else. Her fingers traced a sign in the air, a swift arc, a pulse. The crystals embedded in the walls flickered. The next volley struck an invisible ripple and bent. The shots screamed off course, carving scars in the rock. The soldier stared. "What did you just—" "Keep shooting!" she gasped, staggering. "I can't hold it long!" He obeyed. Shots barked. 2 more enemies dropped. The rippling shield trembled, thinned, cracked. Energy hissed along her arms like lightning. A heavy round punched the machine beside them. Metal shrieked. Shards burst. The alien woman cried out as a fragment cut her shoulder. The soldier dragged her down, pressed her head to his chest, and raised his rifle over the rim. 2 quick shots forced the squad to cover. He grabbed a fallen stun charge from the floor. Old, cracked, but maybe still alive. He thumbed the switch. A dull blue blink answered. "On my mark," he said, voice calm as the barrel of a winter gun. "We moved to the center pillar. I throw. Then we cut right." She nodded, lips pale. 3, 2, 1. They ran. Shots chased them. Heat licked their backs. The soldier hurled the charge. It bounced once, twice, then detonated in a deafening wave. Vision shattered to white. Ears rang. The squad stumbled, disoriented. The soldier pivoted right, hauling her with him. A rifle lifted through the haze. The woman raised her hand. Too slow. The shot came hot and sure. She moved first. She threw herself between the soldier and the blast. Light slammed into her back. Her body arched. A scream tore her throat raw. She hit the ground hard. He dropped to his knees, eyes wide, fury like a blade in his hands. He fired straight through the steam. The shooter fell. Another stumbled. Another died. "Up," he said, voice shaking. "Up." She tried, failed, tried again. He hooked his arm under her shoulders and dragged her behind the pillar. Her breath rattled. The wound glowed, edges pulsing with cold fire. He grabbed a field kit from his belt, human tech on alien blood. It would have to do. He sealed the burn with a coagulant foam. It hissed and hardened, silver veins crawling over it like frost. Her eyes fluttered. She caught his wrist. "I told you," she whispered, voice ragged. "I will be yours forever, even if it kills me." He stared at her, broken open by those words, because she had just proven them. The commander stepped through the haze, visor cracking with reflected fire. He tossed aside a damaged shield and raised a heavy pistol. The squad regrouped behind him, fewer now, but hard and focused. "Enough," the commander said. "Her life ends now." The soldier stood. No cover. No time. He aimed, but the commander was faster. The woman pushed up on shaking elbows. Not much strength left, just will. She spoke a single word in her language. The crystals screamed. Light burst along the chamber walls like veins of a waking god. A harmonic wave rolled through stone, through metal, through bone. The commander staggered. Visors flickered. Rifles spat wild arcs, then died with angry clicks. The soldier felt it too, vibration drilling through his teeth, buzzing in the back of his skull. He pushed forward, used the chaos, fired twice. The commander's shoulder plate shattered. The big pistol spun away. The alien woman collapsed again, the last of her power gone. The crystals dimmed to a sick, tired glow. The squad switched to blades. "Stay down," the soldier said, stepping in front of her. "Close your eyes." She didn't. She watched him with blazing focus, fingers digging into the dust, as if holding herself to this world by force. 3 enemies rushed. The soldier dropped the first with a clean shot. Then the rifle clicked empty. No time to reload. He used it like a club, smashed a visor, pivoted, took a shallow cut across his shoulder, grabbed the attacker's wrist and broke it with a savage twist. Steel rang against stone. He shoved the enemy into the third and drew his knife in one smooth motion. The fight was ugly, close, hot, breath against breath. He didn't waste movement, no heroics, efficient violence built from years of trying not to die. A blade caught his forearm. He answered with a throat stab. A knee buckled. He kicked it sideways and felt bone give. Every motion was a choice. Every choice kept her alive. The chamber went still again, except for 2 sounds, his harsh breathing and the commander's slow steps. The commander rolled his shoulder, blood seeping through the cracked plate. He retrieved the heavy pistol with a casual bend. "Die of the knee." "Impressive," he said, "for a human." The soldier lifted his empty rifle, eyes measuring distance, angles, cover. Nothing good. He would not reach the commander before the shot. The alien woman's voice broke the silence. "Commander," weak but icy, "look at me." He did. She met his gaze without fear. "You were the one who gave the order," she said, "to cleanse the nursery, to burn the children, and you called me a traitor for refusing." The commander's visor tilted. "Mercy is expensive. War does not give discounts." The soldier felt something inside him go sharp and very, very still. The commander raised the pistol at her. "You die first." The soldier moved, not toward the commander, toward the wall. He snatched a fist-sized crystal from its bed. It cut his palm. He didn't care. He hurled it. The crystal hit the floor between them and shattered. Light exploded, violent, blinding. A shock pulse slammed the commander backward. The pistol fired wild, the shot chewing stone inches from the woman's face. The soldier was already moving. He closed the distance, shoulder first, drove the commander into a pillar. They crashed down in a violent tangle. The pistol skittered away. The commander's gauntlet clamped on the soldier's throat. The soldier hammered his elbow into the helmet seam. Then again. Then again. The visor spiderwebbed. The commander snarled and headbutted. Stars burst behind the soldier's eyes. "Now!" the soldier barked, not sure why, until he saw her. The alien woman was crawling, every motion a battle. She reached the heavy pistol, dragged it with both hands, turned it, sighted, breath shaking. "Don't miss," the soldier said. She didn't. The shot punched through the commander's chest plate, a brutal final sound. He jerked once, then went still. Silence followed like a held breath, finally let go. The soldier rolled off the body, chest heaving. He sat up slowly, blood running down his arm, vision swimming. He turned to her. She had the pistol cradled to her chest, as if afraid the world would take it back. No time. He aimed, but the commander was faster. The woman pushed up on shaking elbows, not much strength left, just will. She spoke a single word in her language. The crystals screamed. Light burst along the chamber walls like veins of a waking god. A harmonic wave rolled through stone, through metal, through bone. The commander staggered, visors flickered, rifles spat wild arcs, then died with angry clicks. The soldier felt it too, vibration drilling through his teeth, buzzing in the back of his skull. He pushed forward, used the chaos, fired twice. The commander's shoulder plate shattered, the big pistol spun away. The alien woman collapsed again, the last of her power gone. The crystals dimmed to a sick, tired glow. The squad switched to blades. "Stay down," the soldier said, stepping in front of her. "Close your eyes." She didn't. She watched him with blazing focus, fingers digging into the dust, as if holding herself to this world by force. 3 enemies rushed. The soldier dropped the first with a clean shot. Then the rifle clicked empty. No time to reload. He used it like a club, smashed a visor, pivoted, took a shallow cut across his shoulder, grabbed the attacker's wrist and broke it with a savage twist. Steel rang against stone. He shoved the enemy into the third and drew his knife in one smooth motion. The fight was ugly, close, hot, breath against breath. He didn't waste movement, no heroics, efficient violence built from years of trying not to die. A blade caught his forearm. He answered with a throat stab. A knee buckled. He kicked it sideways and felt bone give. Every motion was a choice. Every choice kept her alive. The chamber went still again, except for 2 sounds, his harsh breathing and the commander's slow steps. The commander rolled his shoulder, blood seeping through the cracked plate. He retrieved the heavy pistol with a casual bend. Die of the knee. Impressive, he said, for a human. The soldier lifted his empty rifle, eyes measuring distance, angles, cover. Nothing good. He would not reach the commander before the shot. The alien woman's voice broke the silence. Commander, weak, but icy. Look at me. He did. She met his gaze without fear. You were the one who gave the order, she said, to cleanse the nursery, to burn the children, and you called me a traitor for refusing. The commander's visor tilted. Mercy is expensive. War does not give discounts. The soldier felt something inside him go sharp and very, very still. The commander raised the pistol at her. You die first. The soldier moved, not toward the commander, toward the wall. He snatched a fist-sized crystal from its bed. It cut his palm. He didn't care. He hurled it. The crystal hit the floor between them and shattered. Light exploded, violent, blinding. A shock pulse slammed the commander backward. The pistol fired wild, the shot chewing stone inches from the woman's face. The soldier was already moving. He closed the distance, shoulder first, drove the commander into a pillar. They crashed down in a violent tangle. The pistol skittered away. The commander's gauntlet clamped on the soldier's throat. The soldier hammered his elbow into the helmet seam. Then again. Then again. The visor spiderwebbed. The commander snarled and headbutted. Stars burst behind the soldier's eyes. Now! The soldier barked, not sure why, until he saw her. The alien woman was crawling, every motion a battle. She reached the heavy pistol, dragged it with both hands, turned it, sighted, breath shaking. Don't miss, the soldier said. She didn't. The shot punched through the commander's chest plate, a brutal final sound. He jerked once, then went still. Silence followed like a held breath, finally let go. The soldier rolled off the body, Cho. Her lips trembled into the smallest smile he had ever seen. Not joy, relief, the kind that hurts more than pain. He pushed to his feet, swaying. More will come, he said. We can't stay. She pointed past the fallen commander, toward a dark slit at the far end of the chamber. There's a service shaft. It leads up, but... Her voice thinned. If we take it, there is no return. It leads into a restricted zone. If we are found there, by humans or my kind, we are dead. He looked at the shaft, then at her. We were dead already. He helped her up. She leaned on him, weak but unbroken. Together, they crossed the ruined chamber, stepping over bodies and shattered crystal. At the shaft, stale air breathed from below like a warning. He slung his empty rifle, grabbed a rung and tested it. It held. He glanced back. I go first. You follow. If I fall, I won't let you, she said. They climbed. The shaft swallowed them, metal cold under their hands, darkness pressing close. Far below, the chamber flickered one last time, then died into black. Halfway up, the shaft trembled. The soldier froze. She did too. In the silence came a distant, heavy sound, like machinery waking after a long sleep. "What is that?" he whispered. She stared up into the dark, eyes wide with a fear he had not yet seen in her. "Not patrols," she said. "Worse. Define worse." Her voice was barely breath. "An ancient sentinel. It doesn't care who we are. It kills anything that moves." Below them, vents opened with a howl. Cold wind roared through the shaft. Above them, something opened its eye. "Climb," the soldier said. They climbed into the throat of the machine, toward a danger neither side controlled, and toward a choice they could not escape. The battle had proven one truth: she would bleed for him. But the next test would ask more. It would ask what he would bleed for her. And the sentinel was already awake.